Brexit will almost certainly go to the wire as politicians eyeball each other in a bid to get the best deal for their side, a trade unionist told Express. Diplomats in Westminster and Brussels have entered into what is regarded as the final week of Brexit trade talks as the deadline looms. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said the UK was in the last leg of negotiations despite contentious sticking points. Fishing rights are high on the agenda. The EU is particularly reluctant to give up its lucrative access to British waters many bloc countries have enjoyed during the UK's membership. Competition policy is also a major factor, with both sides reluctant to allow the other to have an unfair advantage in state intervention in business. Despite this, Paul Embury, a trade unionist and Blue Labour member told Express.co.uk that a deal would almost certainly be reached at the last minute as politicians on either side look to see who crumbles under the pressure first. He said, "In terms of the negotiations, I was a trade union official for many years. My daily life was being involved in negotiations in industrial relations and, while I am not suggesting it was on the same scale as the Brexit negotiations, the crucial negotiations always go down to the wire. It's always about posturing and eyeballing each other, it's a game of poker, that's the truth of it. I suspect there will be a deal, I suspect the deal will be done quite late on, at the 11th hour, because I think it's in the interests of both sides for a deal to be done." Talks stalled once again last week after a member of the EU negotiating team tested positive for COVID-19. Negotiations continued, but via a video link rather than in person. Much of the haggling is over how much access European fishermen will have to British waters, and how their annual catch quotas will be affected. Currently, foreign companies own the rights to catch more than 130,000 tons of fish every year that are part of England's fishing quota. This equates to more than £160 million, €177 million worth of the English quota being in the hands of vessels owned by companies based in Iceland, Spain and the Netherlands. According to reports, some 55% of the quota's annual value in 2019